got you in my sight. I keep all the words you said to me. I get you on your knees.
Do we do the
It just
fingerprint
kinda
one or
ended
the
there.
blander door?
I
I
say
just kind of
fingerprint.
passed out like a pussy.
Fingerprint.
Oh, I love that.
Of course you would. Of
Drag
course
me
you
into
would.
hell and fondle me.
What happened to your hand profile pic? I remember you always used to use it.
Oh, yeah! I forgot about that.
I like those.
I used to have
They're
that
cool.
on TikTok still. I like them. I like hand art. I used to like drawing a lot of hands.
Yeah, I remember.
I shot awake, panting Oh, this is back to when we passed out in the stranger's apartment. Lovely.
No, we clearly had sex. Wait.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. I fucked the dog rat thing.
Oh God. Okay, shut the fuck.
The dog rat human thing.
Yeah, that thing. That's why I passed out. It was digging me down at the frickin' river and then dragged me back to the stranger apartment to pass out.
I knew you liked furries.
Oh, definitely. Especially that furry.
Oh,
If I'm gonna fuck a furry,
boy.
it's gonna be one of those deranged, like fucking on crack, maybe some meth too type thing.
I
On a bath
dislike you
salts.
so much right now.
I
Just like this
love the
conversation.
vibe of people on bath
Yeah.
salts.
So, anyways, moving on.
I shot awake, panting heavily, my clothes sticking to my skin due to all the sweat. You're definitely sour now, Scotty.
Mm.
My eyes darted around the room, but everything was quiet. It seemed to be safe. A nightmare. Seems like I just had a nightmare. I was chased by some kind of animal or monster, and there was some eerie plant. I had forgotten most of the dream, but I knew that it must have been terrifying. The pulsing pain in my head slowly subsided. I took deep breaths and kept mumbling to myself that it had all been a dream, nothing more. After calming down, I decided to take another look around the house. The fact that no one was here, even though the lights were on, was still nagging at the back of my mind. But what I saw when I opened the bedroom door was not what I had expected. Instead of the living room I had entered the bedroom through, I found myself in the middle of a long hallway, and all the hands are gonna come out and finger me? Yes.
Oh boy.
I'm excited for the fingers. The demonic hell fingers. A row of doors, interspersed with handrails, covered each wall. I could hear people chatting in the distance. Where was I? How did I get here? This place looked like a hotel at first glance. A plate with a room number was hanging next to all the doors. Mine was 215. As I moved towards the end of the hallway, I took a more thorough look at my surroundings. The floor was lined with a red carpet featuring an elaborate design. The red and white walls complemented the elegant atmosphere. On the ceiling hung electrical lamps that were similar in design to candles. Hi, Dex. How you doing, stinker? I mean, you're lurking, so never mind.
Shh, Dex isn't here.
Yeah, Dex isn't here. It's just emotionally. I could feel his physical manifestation. As I stepped out of the hallway, I was momentarily blinded by the bright ambient. Forget, people just like to come and let me know they're lurking. It's weird. A huge chandelier was hanging on the ceiling of the grand hall I had stepped into. I seemed to be on the upper floor of this two-floor structure. The ground floor, apparently a restaurant area, was lined with tables. Multiple people were dining and happily chatting with each other. A huge window across from me showed a big booty of water. Was I in a hotel by the beach? The water looked oddly close. I was wondering if any of you were going to notice.
She saw a booty in the window.
I even hesitated for you. No.
So you saw a booty, huh?
Yeah, big
You
booty.
could say it was
water.
a wet booty.
Don't you see? These are the legs spreading. I need answers. Quickly, I located the stairs and hurried down towards the restaurant. Luckily, one of the waiters was just passing by as I reached the bottom. He got distracted by the big booty of water. Scotty! It's you again.
Oh fuck, it's me. Excuse me, could you tell me where I am?
Had to cough to get his attention from the booty, you know?
Yep, yeah,
Shut
he was distracted by the booty.
Oh, never mind, he wasn't, because he answered without hesitation. He wants to be a waiter.
Fuck you. Get RP'd.
Do you want to
Who's gonna
be
be the waiter?
Pat?
Nick or Path?
You're in the restaurants area, sir. If you'd
Oh,
like
God.
to order
Let's do that.
something, you need to.
No. I mean this whole hotel.
This time he did hesitate.
Oh, you're at the ketchup cruise ship.
Oh, what the
If
hell?
that's what you mean.
Nick gave
Why
up
am I in
on
this
that.
ship, bitch?
I gave up, man. It's ketchup. I don't give a fuck. Is everything in order?
Okay, how would you say this, Path?
I was saying
Ketchup.
Ketchumite.
That's kind of
Vegemite?
what I was feeling like, you know?
I think Ketchumite is better.
Kedgemite.
Rouge.
It's like
Sounds
Vegemite with
Vegemite.
ketchup.
Yeah, right? Cruise ship. How did I get on a cruise ship? Had I been kidnapped? Would my kidnappers let me walk around freely? The waiter had a concerned look on his face. He glanced over at his colleague, who had gestured to him with a stern expression on her face.
I could call someone over to help you. Or you could find someone at the help desk, just at the end of the hallway.
He gestured back up the stairs and pointed at another hallway next to the one I had come out of. This guy.
Thank you. Okay. I'll just ask for more information at the help desk.
I didn't want to hold him up any longer. The waiter's colleague had by now crossed her arms in front of her chest and was tapping her foot impatiently. What a fucking cunt. Anyways, the waiter hesitantly nodded and turned away from me. Oh wait, you're not allowed to call women cunts, right? Wait, if you're another woman, can you call another woman a cunt? Or is it just men aren't allowed to call women cunts?
It's I mean,
Big cunt debate.
I had an analogy, but I'm not gonna say it.
Well, you could just think of the Harley Quinn show.
Yeah, sure.
A villain got cancelled for calling a woman a cunt.
Yeah, but it was a guy calling a woman.
But it was Wonder Woman. I would call her a cunt too, honestly. She gives off cunt energy, you know? Like strong female empowerment cunt.
She also hit him in the head with a fucking
Same
signpost or
same
something.
vibe as like what's the Marvel chick that's invincible? Her name literally is Marvel.
Miss Marvel?
Like Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel?
Captain
yeah.
Marvel?
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, she gives off strong female empowerment cunt vibes too.
She does.
She is.
She is, yeah.
She
At
just
least in
is.
the movie, yeah.
Anyways.
The movie, yeah.
The waiter hesitantly nodded and turned away from me. A cruise ship. I didn't remember ever booking a ticket for a cruise. But as I rummaged through my pockets, I did find a key card with the number 215 on it. Am I just, like, accepting all the crazy shit that's happening to me? Hey, I guess I'm just this stranger's friend now who feeds rat dogs scents. Yeah. Now I'm just on a cruise. Must have booked it before I passed out in that stranger's house, which was actually my cruise ship room. Cool. Right, the help desk. I should be able to find out more there. I made my way back up the stairs. The
It's
room at the
because
end of
you
this...
ate the tongue.
Aw, you're
True.
right. That was my first instinct. Oh, you missed it, Path. It kept dragging my mouse to eat me, so, like, I had to eat it. The room at the end of the second hallway looked like a lounging area. It was filled with comfortable sofas and armchairs. Multiple groups of people were chatting to each other. I could see children playing near what I assumed to be the help desk. Aw, may I help you? How cute. I quickly approached the man standing at the desk, who perked up from the documents he was browsing. Who wants to be an employee?
How can I help you?
Oh dear lord.
I love Path's just like how much he gets into it.
I'm a bit lost. Well, I don't really remember booking a cruise. Is there, you know, a way to get off early?
Yeah, jump into the fucking ocean. The
Okay,
booty.
okay, give me a second.
Jump
then.
into the booty.
If you take a look to the left, you'll see the window, so just jump out that.
He looked at me with a similarly puzzled expression as the waiter. I feel like this is where you get medical staff. You have a person on a cruise ship already departed that's like, I don't remember getting on this or booking.
This is a stowaway. This is the point where you get arrested.
Could you give me your room number, please?
Oh,
Please.
Yes, it's 215, but I don't really remember booking it.
Are you on
Yes.
drugs, sir? Do you
No,
have
sir, no.
contraband?
Have you stolen away on the ship in the
Would you like-
in the ship hole?
Would you like some contraband?
Bitch, I was kidnapped.
I took out my keycard and showed it to him. The man opened a drawer and started expertly flipping through the folders. There is no room 215! No. Shortly after, he pulled out a document.
Is this your signature?
He He turned it so that I could see it. To my surprise, the name and the signature written on it were indeed mine. But how? How could I forget signing up for a cruise and, getting on it?
What? Also, yeah.
Mary Jane is a hell of a thing.
Oh boy.
Cute. Hey, Pap.
Yes. As for your second question, we're currently on the last day of our trip.
The last day. I slept through a whole ass cruise.
The ship will arrive at
There's a hell of a thing if you remember his lines.
tomorrow at noon.
Can you
Are
repeat
you
that,
here
please?
Mm-hmm.
with anyone?
He threw a skeptical look my way. I must have sounded like a weirdo. No, you are a weirdo.
I'm
all
alone. I'll just sort things out tomorrow then, I guess.
You're
The employee
alone.
shrugged and put the folder back into the drawer.
Don't hesitate to let me know if you need any more help. Wink.
Just go on your day with your
Fucking-
drugs, though. I turned around, wondering what my next course of action should be when...
Ow.
Something had hit one of my legs hard. I stumbled, but managed to stop my fall by holding onto the help desk. Oh my god, it's the same bitch.
This should be.
Oh
we all
god,
have a.
are you okay? Landy, you need to pay more attention.
I swear this is
Fuck
Sabrina again.
I forgot how I
I
talked.
looked up to see what had hit me. Womanly. Initially, I'd assumed that I had walked into some piece of furniture, but that wasn't the case. Children, furniture, same thing. Pack mules, am I right? A boy was sitting on the ground in front of me. Someone
Oh,
was
fucking
standing over
bunted.
him, making sure that he was alright. As soon as she had confirmed that he wasn't hurt, she turned to me. Yeah, no. Nick,
I'm
your
very
turn.
sorry about that. Are you hurt anywhere? Landy, make sure to apologize.
Kath!
No.
Scotty!
Sherry, I wasn't looking.
Wait, you're telling me we had an option this whole time?
No, no. Fuck, that's the other voice. God,
That's you.
I thought it was the same character.
No!
Don't
I'm
worry.
talking to myself,
Round
so-
2, try again.
Negative Ghost Rider.
No, it's all right. I'm okay.
I thought you had a British accent. What happened?
No, I haven't had a British accent.
Oh,
for a
that
while.
that was just last time, right?
That was that was the
I
first
turned to the
story.
boy named Lanny.
The drugs affected his accent.
Are you okay?
See, they've affected it again.
God damn it. Oh, I keep forgetting. It's not fair to talk to
You're
myself.
also the little boy. His look was fixed to the ground. It seemed like he really did feel bad about bumping into me. The woman had, in the meanwhile, fixed her gaze onto my face. I like how she starts looking at me shifty and grabs her bag.
Looks up, looks down. Are you
Looks
sure
back.
you're alright? You look rather pale.
You got the corona on a cruise ship.
You got
I
that
heard-
corona.
I heard when people got COVID on the cruise ships, they just decided to keep them in the water. Abandoned.
That's fine.
That's
Did you
funny.
hear about that? There was like a thing on the news, I think it's like a long time ago now, but of like cruise ships finally getting to come back, and people were like in hell cruises because they were running out of food and shit, and I think that's just the greatest fucking thing ever. Just abandoned on the water in a cruise ship. Great. Ah.
Are we getting boy voice,
Ah, no.
English accent, or just
I
regular
am
Scotty?
fine.
That didn't seem to convince her. My confusion and frustration about being on this boat had shown on my face.
Nick.
Heck.
Would you like to sit down with us for a bit? I have some medicine against seasickness. It might help.
Now that she was mentioning it, I was feeling a bit woozy. I had been too preoccupied with figuring out what was going on to notice. She's gonna drug me. She led me to one of the sofas and motioned me to sit down. See, that's not her kid. That's why the kid looks so upset, you know, and won't look at me. He knows she's gonna drug me and murder me and sell my organs.
Damn it. We're gonna get fucked.
Oh god, there's
Oh,
another
wait, what?
one.
It's you, Don. Your turn.
Hey, it's Sabrina. No, Nick's Sabrina, remember?
My name's Sabrina, by the way.
Oh,
The boy here is Lanny, and the girl over there is Amy.
this is so confusing.
I think you're Amy, because I was May, so this is...
She motioned to a girl sitting at a table nearby who was brooding over a piece of paper. We never learned what was up with May in last story. I wonder if there's different ways that could have gone. There was only the
Probably
look
is.
around more option. Hey, Scotty.
My name is Scott.
My name's Jeff.
So, are you, are they, your young family?
The drugs are slowing his brain down. Sabrina stopped rummaging through her handbag and looked at me with an amused smile on her face. Hey, Nick. Nick. Nick.
Oh no, these are my neighbor's kids. We're good friends, and I paint with their children sometimes. What?
I'm currently looking at... Oh, fuck. Sorry, my bad.
That's my line, fucker.
I
Stay in your
kind of
lane.
zoned out.
Stay in your lane.
You fucked. I'm gonna put everyone on you. You're voicing this little shit, too. While Sabrina was still looking for the medicine, Lenny approached his sister and peered over her shoulder. He then grimaced and walked over to our sofa to take a seat next to Sabrina.
There's no sofa there, you fucking
Here you
liar.
go.
She
You're
handed me a
saying
pill
that.
from a small bottle. Out of the corner of my eyes, I saw Lanny motion to Amy. I'm gonna die. Hey,
Which
Scott.
one is that? Is that one
The
mine?
kid, the little boy.
God,
Mine
oh
is the
yeah, that's
boy.
the one. I thought it was the other one. Yeah. I don't get. Oh fuck! I can't do that voice. I don't get. I can't. I don't get.
me.
I don't get
how she could be doing so drawing.
I don't get
It's
how
fine.
she can be so drunk.
Sir, are you okay, sir?
She's been at it.
Sarah,
at
do you
least
need
half an
assistance
hour.
again? Are the
Need
drugs kicking
assistance.
your ass? No.
I can't do the girl voice anymore.
You can't do like the
It's-
high
It's
pitched
a
thing.
little
Terrible.
boy.
Yeah.
You don't need a girl voice.
I prefer to,
If only Apollo was here. Apollo could be voicing
high
it,
pitch.
you know?
I can't do it.
Apollo could be a little girl.
She's
Or a little boy.
And yeah, I can't do it. Yeah.
All
She's
this
been at it
reading
for
has
at
got
least
my
half an
back to
hour.
vibration.
It's still terrible.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, hey,
Who's
that's you,
Amy?
Nick.
Also Nick, remember?
I'm not Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you, because you're a little shit, you had to voice Amy too.
Oh, funny, because you think I'm gonna buy to that.
Do it.
No.
Be a good boy.
Fuck off, I'm not doing it.
Do it.
Damn.
Hey, I heard that.
Oh no. What have we
Amy
summoned?
shot an angry gaze at Lanny.
What demonic lemon have we just summoned from Path?
You summoned it, it's too late now. Now, Nick, be Sabrina!
Good art needs time. Maybe you should work on some art as well.
Yeah, maybe it'd help with your hyperactivity.
You just get shit on by a child.
Scotty!
Hyperactive. I'm healthy. That's what that says.
Okay, special boy.
One of
guess
you's
that would have been
lethargic, one of you's too energetic. That's all I'm hearing.
I'm not. You fucking
I
liar.
said it. I said it.
Oh.
Fucking bitch.
Nick!
If I had any ounce of knowledge about music, I could help you relieve your energy that way at least.
All I heard was relieve your energy, and I'm like, oh boy, Mom, calm down.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, this isn't mom.
This isn't MILF Manor.
It's not her mom.
Nick!
Though it's, I'm sorry, I'm like laughing.
Bring it, bitches.
Though it's also been a while since my art.
God damn it, hurry up, mom. Oh, fuck, you're not my mom, bitch.
Sabina trailed off with a sad look on her face.
Don't worry, it's okay. I've been figuring things out on my own. Oh, God, I can't do that voice. Also, I've been asking Dad and Mom. They can't buy me a mod.
It's like you keep phasing in and out of puberty.
I can't.
think you're a little
it
young for
hurts
that,
my
though.
fucking throat. Oh, God, it's again. I'm pretty sure that I'll get one soon.
Give me this hurts. What the fuck?
Oh,
Hey, look, you get a break.
You're a pussy.
You two really seem to have a knack for art and music.
Please stop.
Your parents must be proud of you.
Oh my god, the accent changed again because of the drug.
I've been trying to do a different one.
Hey,
every
Scotty.
time. I don't know about Amy, but I'm pretty sure they're proud of me. Dude, it actually
Amy
hurts
shot
me to
another
do that.
angry glance Lonnie's way, but didn't retort. She seemed to be the mature one in their sibling relationship.
Get shit on, bitch!
Alright,
Oh,
who's this?
it's Pal! He's come back! Is this like an alternate future where these two aren't trying to kill each other with rat human monsters and instead have children? Because, fuck! Yes.
Hey, do you have any more of those pills?
I sure do. I mean, what?
I jumped slightly. A voice had called out from right behind me. As I turned around, I saw a grumpy-looking man. Sabrina grabbed her handbag once again.
Oh, it's Frederick.
Another one,
Damn
Frederick?
it.
It says on the package that this one should be enough.
Wait, I know a Frederick.
Apparently not. I can't work while feeling like crap. Why did I agree to go on this trip?
Pascal, please. Sabrina gave him a skeptical look, but handed him a pill without saying anything. Frederick turned around on the spot and trotted off. Sabrina sighed.
Sorry about that. He's usually more pleasant. The seasickness must be getting to him.
Who the fuck is that?
That couple with an upcoming deadline for an article.
Or he's trying to
So he's a journalist.
Kidnapper.
off himself because of his girlfriend/wife's voice.
Valid thought. And it's fucking little shits of children, you know. I wouldn't want this family either.
They're not her kids.
Yeah, there are her kids.
They aren't?
No.
I only half paid attention.
Oh boy.
They're the neighbor's kids. They're watching them.
Yeah.
My bad.
Wait, there are kids. Aren't we the neighbor? Oh fuck.
Yeah, right? We don't know anything. Scotty!
So he's a journalist.
E-I-E-I-O. No, that's not what I meant. He's a biologist and he's been working hard on getting something published in that one magazine. Yes, that one magazine.
Yeah, that one.
Next to the other one.
You know, the popular
Oh, you're
one.
not my mom.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That
Yeah,
one.
the
You're not my
biologist
dad.
magazine. All the rage.
If you ask me, his obsession with getting more publications is a bit unhealthy.
A fellow scientist. Now that I thought about it, I hadn't written anything in a while myself. Are we a scientist? Scotty, you're a scientist. We're
Oh.
learning so much.
God.
Way more pressing matters had taken up my time recently. Yeah, like fucking booking a cruise and not knowing it.
Yeah.
Remember the time you
spores
booked a
were
cruise and you
still-
just can't remember?
Oh, we're high on spores! That's what's happening!
Oh, it's like The Last of Us.
I jolted up. Sabrina looked at me in surprise. We're just a clicker in The Last of Us, right? And we're just, like, in our own little mind of whatever.
Well, no, I mean, not a clicker, because you'd be blind.
Well, this is all in my head. I'm, like, dreaming as a clicker. It's fine.
No,
I'm not
no.
conscious. That's a zombie virus, honey. No.
They're not zombies. They're mushroom people.
Thank you for the medicine. Feel better now. I should get going though.
You're making me think of South Park and, like, what was that one Canadian they have that sounds like that? You know what I mean? I was too anxious to sit still, even though I knew that there was nothing I could do until the ship came into port the next day.
Alright, take care. Feel free to let me know if you need any more medicine.
Don't worry, I got all the fucking drugs. I thanked her again, said goodbye to the siblings, and headed back towards the sleeping quarters.
Oh shit.
But I stopped just before the hallway that led to my room. My eyes wandered towards the big window with the big booty. The sun had started to set, but I didn't feel tired at all. Likely because I had woken up just recently. And so I decided that the best way to dispel some of my anxiety was to take in some fresh air. I continued on past the hallway and out onto the deck. A salty breeze hit my face. I could hear the soft
Fresh
splash.
booty air.
This
Oh,
man
is that hair?
fresh booty air.
A salty breeze hit my face. I could hear the soft splashing of waves against the hull of the ship. This place was way emptier than I had expected. Less than a handful of couples and some families were standing near the edge of the railing. Ugh, this is too much ass for them, man. One of
Too
those
much
couples had their
ass.
dog with them.
Oh.
Dogs aren't dogs, they're rat human creatures. No. Every now and then, when it heard the call of a seagull, it jerked its head around. Were one of the pairs on this deck perhaps Amy and Lanny's parents? Absent-mindedly, I approached the railing right by the door and looked over. We were very high up. Oh, I'm gonna get pushed into the ocean, aren't I? I'm gonna drown. That's fun. I'm gonna find the rat dog that lives in the sea. Right? Looking
Oh,
down at
boy.
the waves hitting the ship hull had an eerily hypnotic effect. I'm just gonna hypnotize my way into the ocean. Combined with the cool air and the sound of water, it calmed me down. Hey,
Are
Nick,
you
your
ready,
character's
kids?
back! Nick, May's back for you.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I
Oh,
jerked up.
who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants. Fuck.
Who's drowned in something in porosity?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
I can't hear you!
Hey, Captain!
Ah!
Oh.
SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. Nick, take it!
SpongeBob SquarePants.
SquarePants! Anyways, I jerked. Someone was standing at the railing right next to me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to surprise you.
I can't do that voice anymore, dude.
You don't
What,
need
this
Scotty,
one?
this is you.
I know, but I just hearing it hurts my throat.
Join us, Scott.
Ew.
One
No
of us.
worries.
One of us.
It's okay.
Oh, you're
It's
getting
okay,
deeper
I'm
now.
Cedric.
Puberty
It's
hit?
okay.
It looked like she had been standing there for a while. Did I somehow overlook her? Nick.
Nick.
Sorry, my throat. You look a bit confused. I wanted to ask if you're alright.
Oh well, I guess I'm a bit lost.
Are you a kid
I'm a
now?
bit
No,
lost.
okay.
You're going to be a little lost in that accent, don't you?
I had a
By the way,
feeling
you're the
she'd be
wrong
no-
character. Stay in your fucking lane, you piece of shit.
He's coming for your May. I had a feeling she'd be no more understanding than the employees, so I decided not to tell her too much.
Who said I'm not understanding?
Stay in your lane, you Freddy Fazbear wannabe twat. I'm a bit lost too. It might sound weird, but I'm not sure how I ended up here.
Wait, that sounded oddly familiar to my situation, but she seemed to be. She seemed to I can't misinterpret my surprised look.
Ah, funny. I know it sounds odd. It's just like in dreams. Whenever you try to remember how you got to this place you were dreaming about, you can't.
Oh,
So I wasn't the only one. There was someone else here who was experiencing the same thing I was. Ah, it's mass drug hallucination. It's great. Knowing this lifted my spirits. Just as I was about to tell her about my situation, she suddenly perked up.
Sorry, I should go. I promised to beat someone.
It's a fucking twats. And with
God, I
that, she
hate
hurried
that
off
voice.
before I could say anything. I was
So
slightly
long, bitch
frustrated.
pussy!
I think we're doing this in reverse.
I was slightly frustrated by the fact that I hadn't been able to confide in her.
wait, what?
What do you mean in reverse? Psh.
I think we're doing the story in reverse.
I think you might be right because it's based off manga and I started with the left door. But fuck it!
Oh, fuck.
But the
you're
story
right.
did start.
Oh my god, you're right.
But guys, I'd like to point out the story did start referencing the previous story I did. Because it talked about the plant creatures.
I wasn't here for that, but I think you're doing the story in reverse.
But this one referenced the last one I did, so I don't think it really matters. I think it's fine. You know,
Maybe
the
you're right.
description said there's 3 doors, 3 choices, you know? So, therefore, I choose where I go. Shh. I take the fun doors first.
It's an anthology.
But I could see her out. I could seek her out tomorrow, I guess. The sun had
Yeah.
meanwhile almost set. A blood red stripe was visible on the booty. I set off back towards my room. The booty started bleeding. But nothing better to
Ew.
do, I got into bed and tried to sleep.
No bleeding booty for me.
Booty straw. Booty
My
straw.
night was restless. Half of the time I wasn't sure if I was awake or asleep.
Booty,
Weird
booty,
sounds
booty,
kept
booty.
waking me up. It's the gremlins from the demon door of fingers. They're trying to finger you in your sleep. By the time the sun had risen, it felt like I had barely slept at all. Today would be the day we arrive at a place called Ketchup. I was going to say ketamine, but if that's a real place, I would hate to disgrace it with that. From there, I'd be able to get back home one day or another. I rubbed my eyes as I opened the door that led out into the hallway, but something was wrong. The hallway looked different. Was it shorter? There definitely used to be more doors here. It was if a new wall and door had appeared where the hallway originally continued to the restaurant area. It's all in my brain! I approached the new door and tried to turn the doorknob, but... Who the fuck be breathing in my ears? Calm down. It was locked.
Calm down, Darth Vader.
Slowly, panic set in. Was I trapped in here? Did everyone already leave? There was no way they had left me behind, right? Yeah, entire cruise ship just left you behind. I quickly approached one of the doors in the hallway and knocked. Silence. I tried the next, and then the third. All was silent. My heart rate accelerated. I forced myself to calm down and think this through. There was no way they would leave a passenger behind. And even if they did, they would notice sooner or later that I was still in here. The most productive thing to do right now would be checking if the other rooms were open. Maybe I could find a way to make more people aware of the fact that I was still in here. I considered which door to try first. It's the Titanic! We're gonna sink! Well, that's a lot of choices. Which room should I go into? What room do you think we should go into? I heard 3 is a very cursed number.
Room 5.
Room 3. Room 3.
Oh.
Room 3 it is. I entered the dimly lit room. It was desolate except for a few cans of food and a few water bottles in one of the corners. There were
Yeah, we got
also 2
food.
rather young children, 1 boy and 1 girl, in the middle of the room. God damn it! I picked the twat room!
Pick the worst one.
As I saw the girl kneeling
wonder
over
it's
the boy's
cursed.
motionless body, my heart dropped. It was Amy and Lanny. Oh, Lanny died. She looked up at me with pleading eyes as I rushed to their side. Lanny was
died?
covered in
What?
sweat, indicating a heavy fever. His limbs were heavily bruised, and he was heaving. Who the fuck beat the child?
Her
I
sister.
did.
I glanced over at Amy. Fortunately, she seemed to be alright.
Oh wait, I was about to. Okay. I'm fine.
Why can I peel this? I want to peel it, but no.
We met yesterday. You're Amy, right?
Yeah, you're Amy, right? Yeah, me.
Hey,
You're
you're the
Amy,
creepy
right?
guy. Yeah.
Oh god.
Her
Konnichi,
voice
what's
was
up?
shaking.
Lenny is sick.
No te preocupes, Amy. Oh wait, fuck. Don't worry, Amy.
What?
We'll find a way to help you.
I'm gonna just
Help
spoke
him.
Spanish.
Fuck.
She hesitantly nodded. That seemed to calm her down a bit. I unfortunately didn't have any medicine on me, so I didn't have any way to help them yet.
What do you mean, unfortunately? That's good. You seem to have some food and water here. Do you think I could take some
You're
of it
asking to
from
take
me?
2 children's food and water stash. What
Fuck
the
y'all,
fuck?
give me that water. Y'all don't need it. It's starving.
You bastard.
Just in case there are more people in this building, you know, that might need it.
Let me just potentially go take your last of your food and water and go die somewhere with it.
Oh,
I
don't
don't
mind.
mind. Just kill
You
me.
asshole.
Thank you.
She didn't even seem very talkative, but that was
She's
to
a
be
ghost.
expected considering how concerned about her brother she must be.
They're ghosts. They're ghosts. I will let you know once I find that. Wait, what? Something that can help you, okay?
It's okay, Lenny. The bastard took our stuff, but we'll be okay.
She turned back towards her brother. I walked by the
Yoink.
canned food and considered taking some with me. Take all of it!
Take all of it. Yes, yes.
I decided to take all of it with me. Fuck the children. They'd be fine for a bit without it. And this would give me some trading leverage. But I couldn't help feeling terrible, even if my decision seemed logical to me. I left the room and found myself back in the hallway. Realistically, in a situation, you don't want to put frickin' children and old people first. Old people have less to live for. Children aren't going to be able to take care of themselves, so what are they going to do if the middleman's gone, you know? You need to keep the normal middle-aged people going.
Way to justify your barbarism.
Room 1! The room was unfurnished and windowless. A sole light bulb in the middle of the ceiling illuminated it faintly. I could see about 15 people sitting on the dirty ground. Ew, 15?
What the hell?
Most of them seemed to be adults, but there were a couple children cowering next to what I assumed to be their parents.
What the hell
One
happened on
person
this
from the
cruise?
group, an older man, raised his head as if waking from a dream. Oh shit, are we gonna get trapped in this room forever? The fact that this is a statement. Who wants to be the man?
It's open!
I thought Nick would take it. More and more people lifted their heads, and I could feel their stares.
Someone else was
piercing.
jumping for it.
The man was the first to stand up and shuffle towards the door. I stepped aside, but as he tried to cross the threshold, he suddenly stopped. He was frozen in midair. His fingers tightened as if he was exerting great effort. Disappointed, he stepped back. They just all have anxiety, guys! Social anxiety is a bitch.
It's no use!
He sulked back to his spot and slumped to the floor. The other people in the room lowered their heads, their hopes dashed in an instant. I wasn't sure what was going on, but it was evident that they were in trouble. I
Poor
quickly
man.
walked up to the older man.
Mickey Mouse out here. Hey, do you know what's going on here?
Hey,
Hey, Nick.
Nick, you got this.
Nick, you're a
sorry,
man.
the hey,
You
just,
got this.
hey, No! We all woke up in this room and are unable to leave. Now it seems like you're stuck in here with us as well.
Oh well.
My heart stopped for a second, and panic slowly started to set in.
Congratulations.
Was I really trapped in here? No, bitches. You woke in here and got stuck. I walked in, which means I have out privileges.
Are you sure they haven't walked in one by one?
I hastily walked to the door and stepped right through. Ah! Get fucked! The man stared at me with wide eyes.
This means that you, instead of the girl, might be able to help us.
Fuck the girl! It was probably me. Right after he uttered those words, some of the people in the room lifted their heads and looked at me. Some with a look of disbelief and some with hope in their eyes. So there was someone else on the ship who could enter and exit this room freely?
What did she look like?
He started explaining. I soon realized that this description fit someone I knew. It sounded just like the girl I had met on the deck yesterday. So she got into this mess as well.
Okay,
Oh,
but
sounds
it's not
like
picking
me.
up on me. We asked her to help us, but she laughed and left.
Sounds like me, right? That wasn't quite how I remember her, but it wasn't like I'd known her for a long time. Was her nice appearance just an act? I shifted my attention back to the man before.
There are more people trapped behind the doors. Please let me know if you have anything that you need, or if you are in need of something. I can't see because of the fucking corner. That way I can make sure that everyone gets out here safely.
Some people nodded in agreement, while the majority stayed stoic. A woman stood up, got something from a shelf, and approached me.
We found
Who's a woman?
a woman. That's not me.
Nick's a woman last
It's
time.
fast.
I was the man this time. You be the
Yeah,
woman.
but- Nah,
I think it's pass.
Disgusting. Pass. I'm narrating. That's enough.
We found some medicine
Pussy.
in this room.
God damn.
That's a smoker.
We can't give away all of it, but maybe it'll help someone.
Wazowski, you didn't file your
The
paperwork
label
last
was
night.
barely legible. I can make out the letters Funite. Ah, it's Funite! I love Funite! I still gladly took the bottle and thanked her as she trotted back. Scotty, is this what you've been on? Funite?
Hell yeah.
Nick. Man, whore time.
Please, if you find any food, bring it to us.
What is this,
Oops.
Burger King foot lettuce? I do have food on me. Should I give it to them? Yes.
Here. Okay.
My bad.
All those children?
It's not much, but
Yes.
it shall help you keep going for a bit.
Maybe I should have taken half, because now I'm gonna need other half for later, you know?
Stolen children food. Ha
His eyes lit up. He thanked me vigorously. I couldn't help but smile. I felt like I
Can't
had
do
given
that
them some
voice.
of the hope back that they had lost.
Actually hurts my throat. Alright, I should head out. But I'll let you know if I find anything.
I'm just feeding ghosts.
What?
They're all dead. I'm feeding ghosts.
You're probably right.
With
yeah.
these words, I stepped back through the door. It closed behind me as if a wind gust had suddenly blown through the hallway. Back to room 3, I guess.
Back to it? Oh.
Yeah, they need medicine. I have medicine. I was worried about those two. All kinds of terrible scenarios had popped into my head. I glanced around the room. They fortunately seemed to still be more or less okay. I approached them. Amy was still huddled over Lanny's body. Her face was twisted with worry. His condition seemed to have worsened, which became more and more apparent as I got closer. Spots on his arms and limbs seemed to be bruised.
Oh, yeah.
Some kind of black ulcers similar to buds grew out of some of them. I don't think medicine's gonna fix him.
Oh, boy.
I think it's gonna make his head pop or some shit. We're gonna ruin this
I
child.
hope it does.
That makes everything better. Ha
I'm sure he wouldn't last much longer without medicine. Amy looked up at me with sad eyes. I had some medicine on me, or at least that's what the woman who gave it to me called it. I couldn't really read the label. Oh my god, this isn't medicine, is it? Should I give it to Lanny? Yeah! Give him Funite! It seemed like he would die if nothing was done. I decided to take the risk and administer the medicine to him.
Did you just give that kid some? Did you give that kid some Fortnite?
Unknown drugs? Yes.
God damn it. Have some medicine with me.
It's called Fortnite, kid. Here
Should be
you go.
right.
Here's the battle pass.
In no time, if he takes this right.
I had sounded more confident than I actually was in the hopes of cheering Amy up.
That's
I
a
made sure
Fortnite
that he
battle
was
pass.
conscious enough to drink it. Then I carefully lifted his head and put the bottle to his mouth. He slowly gulped it down, and I set his head back down.
And that's how we poisoned him.
Hey, Path.
Will he be
Little
okay
bitches
now?
I think so. But it will take some time for the medicine to take effect.
I don't like this.
All that was left to do was hope that what I gave him would help against his fever. As I looked at Amy, I noticed that she looked a lot weaker. Could it have been because I left them without food? No. I should have taken half the food, my bad.
No.
There was
Yeah,
like
we can-
15 people in that other room. You guys could have eaten some food before I took it.
Okay.
Fucking children.
That's not how it works.
No, it hadn't been that long. It was probably just fatigue and stress.
I like how you're like, nah, that can't be it.
Dude, it hasn't even been a day. It's been like 10 minutes since I left this room. Scotty.
I should get going again. I'll come back soon to check on you.
He had to correct himself twice. You heard that twice.
Yep. Hey, Pat. Where's
Okay,
Stinky Amy?
please don't take so long this time.
How long did we take?
Long. I hadn't been out there for that long, but it was understandable that she didn't want to be left all alone. She was likely exaggerating. Watch, I leave the room and it's like fucking a week. I left the room and found myself back in the hallway. They're gonna be dead next time I check on them.
Yep.
Amy's gonna be
took all
a
the-
full-grown
I
adult.
took all the food!
Amy's
the
gonna be
door
like an
creaked
adult
up.
by the time you go back.
Oh yeah. The
They're gonna
door
be
creaked
dead.
open and light spilled into the damp room. A crowd of about 40 people occupied the space. Oh, I should have saved the food for this one. Oops. Some were sitting on the floor and some were leaning against the dirty walls. Suddenly, someone near the door darted up and shoved me aside. It was Frederick, who I had met only briefly while I was chatting with Sabrina. He tried to force himself through the door, but was stopped midair. An invisible force was pushing him back. Some more people approached the door and tried the same, but to no avail.
It looks like
Damn
Batman.
Frederick slammed his fist into the wall.
I thought this was my chance.
Just. Oh, I'm
First,
sorry,
we
that
went
was
back to
looked
where
like
he was
Batman.
originally sitting. Since I had been in a room like this before, I knew that I was able to travel back and forth.
Hey,
A few of the people looked up as I started speaking.
I should be able to walk in and out. There are also survivors in the other rooms. I might be able to get you some things if you need anything specific.
Is your mom in the other room?
Give me that pussy.
No, but if you look out the window that's non-existent in your dark, damp room, you can see the booty.
Scotty, look, it's Batman.
Frederick shot
God
up
damn
and
it.
walked up to me until
You
he
see
was
it, right?
way too close for comfort.
What does Batman do?
We need food. You'll get
His
some for
face.
us, right?
It's got the
That
cowl.
other group didn't seem nearly as much in need of food as this one. I think I fucked up already.
I am the knight.
That sounded more like a threat than a request.
Oh my god.
I am the Batman.
That's
You'll
amazing.
get food, right?
Yeah. No, fuck you.
Okay.
I can do that if you find someone.
I stepped back so I didn't have to smell his sour sweat anymore. You're pungent!
Do you happen to have anything here that you don't need, so I can just keep it to myself? Just in case other people are trapped, you know? On the ship need anything specific.
He looked at me if I had just made a joke.
What?
Did you just steal past what? That's rude.
What? No. Even if we had anything, we wouldn't just be giving it away.
I looked at him skeptically.
Alright. I know what you want. I have a gun with me. If you bring me food, I'll trade it for the gun.
Why does the biologist man have a gun?
Why
On a
not?
cruise
Let
ship?
him have a gun.
A
Fuck
gun?
it.
I had never used a firearm before, and I wasn't sure how a gun would help me in this situation.
Paul,
Frederick
she got a
knows.
point.
This is clearly in America. Fucking
I'm
right.
gonna, I'm gonna say, hold on, you got a point there. Why does the biologist have a gun?
Yeah, right? Like, that doesn't scream gun carrier to me, but whatever.
I mean, if you're in
Suddenly,
America,
He's
what?
he's a journalist in this story.
Biologist first, firearm second.
No, he's a biologist who's making papers.
who's
To be
making
published.
guns.
Remember, he wants to get in that one
Yeah.
article.
Oh yeah, in the one magazine.
Yeah, in that one
Yeah.
magazine.
Of course.
Hesitantly agreed to escape Frederick's impatient gaze. Maybe it would come in handy after all. But you'll... Oh, oops. I
Yeah.
stole your butt, you'll...
Fucking narrator taking my lines? What the hell? But you'll have to make sure to share the food with the others.
Alright, whatever. Just give us something, alright?
Trick you thought.
Oh, I stole food on me. Look at that. The children need all the food. See, 2 portions. I do have food on me. Maybe I could trade it in for the weapon in case I run into something dangerous. I feel like the next room I go into, I'm gonna die. Should I trade food with Frederick? Yeah, go for it. I want a gun. I decided to give the food to Frederick. I'm gonna fucking shoot May in the face when I see her. Anyways, it was probably a good
There you
idea to
go.
have a weapon with me in case I run into something out there. She's a teenager, right? It's appropriate to shoot her in the face?
You're gonna shoot
Um,
Amy in the head.
The ghost of Mickey Mouse says Amy's gonna be dead.
I feel like this man is not gonna share the food.
I have some food with me. I may give it to you, and you can share it with the others.
He's gonna be like, share with the others? Are you fucking nuts? Frederick took a quick look around, as if to make sure that no one else was watching. Then he took a gun from his pocket. Ah, yes.
You get a gun? That's
Exactly,
sick.
look at it. It's
Here.
magnificent.
Take it quickly. Don't tell anyone you gave me this, okay?
Oops, wrong button. Wait,
Wait, aren't you
there's,
supposed
like,
to share?
stuff in
What the
here?
hell?
Oh, I can save. Cool.
Ooh.
Here, take it quickly. Don't. Oh wait, never mind. Sorry, my bad. Ah, wrong button. I was definitely not okay with keeping the food a secret, and was about to protest, but he had already taken the food and shoved me out the door into the hallway. There's 40 people in that room, dude. That food wasn't gonna last for everybody, anyways.
Only
He threw
40?
the gun at my feet and slammed the door shut. Oh, fun. What a jerk, I thought. Well, at least I had the gun now. I had never really used one before, but I've seen my fair share of crime movies, so I was certain that would work out somehow. How hard could shooting a gun be, right? I checked the magazine to see how many bullets were in it. It was
None.
empty. Of course it was empty. That's why he had handed it over so easily. Otherwise, he could have threatened me with it instead of trading it in. How could I have been fooled this easily? You know what? Valid thought. Frustrated, I put it away and turned towards the other doors. Suddenly, I felt the floor beneath me vibrate with increasing intensity. What was happening? An earthquake? The intensity of the rumbling increased, and soon I was thrown from side to side. I struggled to stabilize myself, but ultimately failed. My back hit the wall hard, and I fell to the ground. I rolled into a ball, trying to protect my head as I slid along the floor. The sound of metal breaking apart filled my ears. It was deafening. And then it stopped, just as suddenly as it had started. I stayed in a fetal position for a while longer, fearing that everything would start shaking again, but it seemed like it was finally over. Were the people inside the rooms alright? Had we perhaps run ashore? Would someone come and rescue us now that we were on land? A myriad of questions filled my mind. My eyes fell on the locked door to the hallway. Something about it was off. It was barely noticeable,
boy.
but it seemed like the door was slightly skewed. I quickly approached it, turned the doorknob, and pulled on it. It was still stuck, but it did feel like I would be able to pry it open with more force. And so I tugged again and again, each time the door inching more and more open until... The door flew open and I was thrown back. A strong gust of wind hit my face. I reflexively closed my eyes. I celebrated internally. Finally, I would be able to get out of here and look for help. Finally, this nightmare would end. But I was mistaken. What I expected to see beyond the door was the hall and restaurant from the day before. But my expectations were utterly betrayed. It's hell! Oh, there's an arm. The ocean, a huge booty
Fuck you.
of water was in the distance.
That's
As
a
I
huge
looked down,
booty.
I saw that they
That's a
were
hug
hundreds of
body of
meters
water.
above the ground. How were we moving on land? What shocked me the most was that I could make out thin, long legs supporting this ship. Ah,
Moving
fun.
on land.
Their movements were so smooth that it felt like we were floating. It was as if I was inside something that was alive. My eyes
Oh,
wandered
boy.
across the rest of the ship below me. It must have broken in half. The form of the tear was quite odd, though. It looked like a huge bite mark. As if something even bigger than the cruise ship had ripped into it. But that couldn't be true. There was no animal big enough that it could have bitten off such a huge chunk of the ship. As the creature I was on made a sharp turn, the ocean drifted out of view. My grip on the doorframe tightened. I feared I would get thrown off. Then it stopped. My eyes widened in shock as I saw the scene before me. The view was surreal.
What the fuck?
Ah! It's the Venus flytrap aliens.
Is that a city?
Yep. About to be
Oh.
nommed.
This is
One
fucking
single town
Cloverfield.
was standing in the middle of the wasteland. Wandering through that wasteland were enormous, outlandish creatures among gigantic mushrooms. Us, the mushroom drugs. They looked like something straight out of a nightmare. I wiped my eyes, trying to dispel the illusions before me, but it wouldn't go away. My breathing became
fuck is
ragged
going
and my
on?
chest contracted painfully.
This is
I had to
Cloverfield.
accept this as my reality. In a trance, I stepped away from the
What is going
doorframe.
on?
A wave of rage overcame me as I lashed out and kicked the wall. A dull pain spread through my foot, but I barely noticed it. Tears started to well up in my eyes. Was there any reason for me to go on? Why shouldn't I just go back to my room, lie down in bed, and stay there? I leaned against the wall and stared at the ceiling. My feet were shaking. This is why May went, "Ha! Losers!" Because she knew what they were going to go up to. But I was finally starting to calm down. I knew that getting angry wouldn't help. But what I was seeing wasn't logical in any way. It went against everything I knew. I was a scientist, so not being able to understand this place frustrated me. Above all, it scared me. But giving up wasn't the right thing to do. It wasn't the logical choice if I really wanted this nightmare to end. I'd escape sooner or later and get myself into a better position eventually. Or die. I'd say death's more logical, but okay. That's what I hoped, at least. The ship may still be suspended high above ground, but there must be some way to get down. I would figure out what to do next once I was out of here. I never got to see what was in that other room. I closed the door and slowly let my eyes drift over the 4 doors in front of me. Ah, there we go. What one had I not gone into? 4, right? 3's the kids, 1's the small group, 2's the big group, 4. The room seemed to be empty except for a lonely light bulb hanging from the ceiling. It didn't seem to be working properly as it barely gave off any light and flickered every now and then. It took my eyes a while to get adjusted to the darkness. And right as they did, I realized that the room wasn't actually as empty as I had thought. Oh, fuck. A huge dog that I hadn't seen right away because of the poor lighting was just a few feet in front of me. And it was determined to rip me into pieces. I knew one of these rooms was going to be death. I hastily stumbled backwards, almost tripping. This was it, I thought. I was going to get mauled. I'm surprised I chose the death room last.
And then the dog licks your face.
But nothing
a
happened.
cute
All I could
pupper.
hear was the rattling of a chain. I slowly opened my eyes and saw the dog was fortunately chained to the wall per its red collar. It was vehemently struggling to get free. Blow its brains out and feed it to the masses.
You don't have bullets.
Throw the gun at its skull. After
It'll
confirming
piss
that
it
there
off
was
more.
indeed no risk of it getting free, I took a closer look around the room. There were small, glittering objects strewn across the ground next to the animal. Next to the dog was a body, a badly mutilated one. A foul
Oh,
feeling
God.
spread through my stomach. Did the dog do this? Who else? The corpse was lying too close to the dog to examine it. Instead, I cautiously inched closer to the object scattered on the ground next to it.
Bullets.
I picked one up and examined it. It was a bullet. Ah, it's the bullet dog! I had a gun with me. If these bullets fit this model, then I would be able to use it. When I took another close look at the area behind the dog, I saw that there was an opening in the wall. It seemed to lead into another section of the ship. I told you I'm gonna blow this dog's brains. This was the first time since getting trapped here that I had seen a possible escape route. The only problem was the furious animal blocking it. I had a gun, and there were bullets next to the dog. Attack the dog using the gun? Yes! Freedom! I quickly snatched up some of the bullets that were lying near the dog and loaded the gun. It felt rather heavy in my hands as I pointed at the creature. Next thing I know, it's going to misfire and I'm going to blow my own brains out. The dog had stopped barking and was glaring at me with mad eyes. It was as if it knew what the object in my hands was for. My breath was getting heavier. My heartbeat accelerated. My fingers twitched and sudden silence engulfed me. It was soon replaced by a high-pitched sound. I had instinctively closed my eyes. I slowly opened them. A red puddle started tainting the area around the dog's corpse. I looked at the gun in my hands and a wave of disgust engulfed me.
You had
I
no
forcefully
bullets.
threw it into a corner of the room.
You picked
The
up
room was
bullets.
littered with bullets around the
Okay.
dog, because
Sure,
who the
sure,
fuck
sure.
understands that logic, but whatever. God, my butt's going numb. Anyways, immediately I started regretting what I had done to the animal. Oh no, your freedom's behind there. Probably that, or I just killed the dog for nothing. Cautiously, I stepped closer and watched it. I wanted to confirm whether it was really dead. I mean, I'd assume it's dead. We described it as a corpse. It's bleeding all over. If it's not dead, it's gonna be dead. Its body lay on the ground, motionless. It was truly dead, without a doubt. I stepped over and walked towards the hole in the wall. What I had done weighed heavily on my conscience. I don't like this hole. This hole appears to be getting deeper and bigger.
That's
You
what
see it?
he
It's
said.
slowly getting bigger.
I'm sorry, real quick, pause. What's the qualification of a hole for you to like it?
Not black and wide. It needs to be petite. That's it.
Excuse
I
you?
stared into the hole. The hole stared back. See, my holes cannot stare at me back either. That is inappropriate.
What do you mean?
Or I don't want to look into the soul of a hole and it sees my soul in return. That's no. I look into souls. It doesn't look into my soul. No judging there, you know?
What if it winks?
I'm okay with that as long as it's like a seductive, suggestive wink. If it's like a devious wink, maybe. I'd have to think about that.
Devious.
Before I let the others know, I had to make sure that whatever was on the other side was safe. The hole was rather small and I had trouble fitting through, but I succeeded eventually. I'm going out the ship's anus. After a while, I noticed that something was off. The hole seemed to go on for longer than it should. I expected to already come out in another part of the ship, but it just went on and on. Then a sudden wave of fatigue came over me, as if I had stepped into a veil. The air had gotten heavier, my breathing became more ragged. I clutched my chest as I tried to figure out what was going on. A throbbing pain pulsed through my arm. It was as if something had stabbed me. It's eating me. I tried to turn around, but I had already become too weak. My feet gave in and my vision darkened. I could feel a presence near me. Before I could find out who it was, my consciousness faded. It's May!
Oh no.
Okay, that's
We're
it.
gonna die.
I'm trapped
Oh,
in the
that's
ship
it.
hole.